everyone, welcome back to Learn English with Podcast. I'm Nikki, and I'm super happy to be here with you again for another fun and interesting episode.
Hello everyone! We are really excited about today's topic because it's something that will help you sound more like a native speaker and understand real conversations in English much better.
That's right. Today, we are going to talk about slang and informal expressions in English. Now, if you've been studying English for a while, you probably already know a lot of vocabulary and grammar rules. But let me ask you something. Have you ever listened to native speakers talking, maybe in a movie or in real life, and thought, wait, what did they just say? That word is not in my dictionary.
Exactly. That's because native speakers often use slang, words and expressions that are not formal but are super common in daily conversations. And the tricky part is that slang changes all the time. New words appear, old words disappear, and sometimes a word can have a completely different meaning depending on the context.
Yes, and that's why learning slang is so important. When you know slang, you don't just understand English better, you also sound more natural and confident when you speak.
That's right. Imagine this. You walk into a coffee shop in New York and you say, "Good morning, I would like one coffee, please." Of course, that's totally correct English, but it sounds a little too formal, right? A native speaker would probably say something like, "Hey, can I get a coffee?" Or even just, "I'll have a coffee."
Yes, and if you're hanging out with friends, you might hear someone say, "I need my morning fix," instead of "I need my morning coffee." It's these little differences that make your English sound more real, more fluent, and more natural.
Exactly. So today, we're going to help you with that. We're going to talk about what slang is and why it's important. Some of the most common slang words and expressions. When to use slang, and when not to use it. And some fun personal experiences with slang.
That's right, and don't worry if you don't understand everything at first. We'll explain everything clearly, and we'll also give you examples so you can use these expressions in real life.
Yes. And one more thing, learning slang is fun. It's like discovering a secret language that makes English feel more alive. Plus, slang is everywhere. You hear it in music, in movies, on social media, and even in daily conversations.
Exactly. So, if you want to understand your favorite TV shows better, talk more naturally with native speakers, and just have fun with English, this episode is for you.
Alright, are you ready? Grab your notebook, or just relax and listen, because we're about to dive into the world of slang and informal expressions in English.
Alright, now that we've introduced the topic, let's dive deeper and answer the big question. What exactly is slang?
Yes, because, we hear slang all the time, but what does it really mean?
Well, slang is informal language that people use in everyday conversation. It's not something you usually write in a formal email or a school essay, but you'll hear it everywhere. On the streets, in movies, on social media, and even in songs.
Exactly. It's the kind of language people use with friends, family, and in casual situations. Slang words and phrases often change the meaning of regular words or create completely new ones.
Right. And sometimes, slang expressions don't even make sense if you translate them literally.
Oh yes, that's one of the funniest things about slang. For example, if someone says, "I'm gonna hit the sack," they're not actually hitting a sack. It just means, "I'm going to bed."
Exactly. Or if you hear someone say, "That test was a piece of cake," they're not talking about actual cake. It just means the test was very easy.
Right. Slang helps people communicate in a more fun, expressive, and relaxed way. It's like adding a little personality to your words.
And here's something interesting. Slang can be different in every English-speaking country. American slang, British slang, and Australian slang all have their own unique words and expressions.
Oh, absolutely. For example, in the US, people say awesome to mean something is really great. But in the UK, they might say brilliant, Thai, or even do you want a bloody brilliant?
Yes. And in Australia, they shorten a lot of words. For example, instead of afternoon, they say arvo.
That's right. So, if you're learning English, it's good to be familiar with slang, but also remember that slang words can be different depending on where you are.
And one more thing, slang changes over time. Some slang words that were popular 20 years ago sound old-fashioned today.
Oh yes. Like in the 90s, people used to say rad to mean something was really cool. But now, no one really says that anymore.
Yeah. Now people say lit instead. If something is lit, it means it's amazing or exciting.
Right. So, if you hear someone say, that party was lit, it means the party was really fun and exciting.
Yes. So, the big takeaway here is that slang is informal, fun, and constantly changing. It helps you sound more natural when you speak, and it makes conversations feel more relaxed.
Exactly. And don't worry, we're going to teach you some of the most useful slang words in the next section.
That's right. So, stay with us because in the next part, we'll share some of the most common slang words in English and how to use them in real life. All right. Now that we know what slang is and why people use it, it's time to learn some real, useful slang words that you can start using today.
Yes, and remember, slang is informal, so these words are perfect for casual conversations, but maybe not for a job interview or an important email.
Exactly. So, let's start with one of my favorites. Cool.
Oh yes, cool is a classic. It means something is good, nice, or stylish. People have been using this word for years and it never goes out of style.
Right. For example, if your friend gets a new car, you can say, wow, your car is so cool. Or if someone suggests going out for pizza, you can say, cool, let's go.
Yes. Now here's another one. Chill. If something is a chill, it means it's relaxed and calm.
Oh yeah, and you can also use it as a verb. For example, let's just chill at home today. That means, let's stay home and relax.
Exactly. And if a person is to chill, it means they're easygoing and not stressed. Like Tony is super chill. He never gets angry.
That's true. Here's another one. Hang out.
Oh, that's a good one. Hang out means to spend time with someone in a casual way.
Yes. So, if you want to see your friend, you can say, hey, do you want to hang out this weekend?
Exactly. And now one of my favorites. No worries. This means it's okay, or don't worry about it. It's a very friendly and relaxed way to respond when someone apologizes or thanks you.
Oh yes, like if you accidentally step on my foot and say, oh, I'm sorry. I would say, no worries.
Right. And here's another really popular one. Crush.
Oh, this one is interesting. If you have a crush on someone, it means you really like them in a romantic way.
Yes. So if you say, I have a crush on Sarah, it means you really like Sarah.
Tony, do you have a crush on someone?
Haha, no comments. Alright, let's move on to another slang word. Vibe.
Oh yes. Vibe means the feeling or atmosphere of a place or a person.
Yes. Like, this cafe has a nice vibe, means the cafe feels cozy and comfortable. Or, she has a great vibe, means she has a good personality and energy.
Exactly. All right, last one for now. Bummer. If something is a bummer, it means it's disappointing or unlucky.
Yes. Like, I lost my phone today. And you would say, oh man, that's a bummer.
Right. Okay, let's do a quick recap of the slang words we just learned. Cool means good, nice, stylish. That jacket is so cool. Chill means relaxed, calm. Let's chill and watch a movie. Hang out means spend time together. Let's hang out this Friday. No worries means it's okay. Thanks for helping. No worries. Crush means liking someone romantically. I have a crush on Jake. Vibe means atmosphere or energy. This place has a great vibe. Bummer means something disappointing. Oh no, that's a bummer.
Wow, that was a lot of slang. And the best way to remember these words is to use them in real conversations.
Exactly. So, practice with your friends, write them down, and try using them in your next English conversation.
All right. Now we're going to learn more and more slang. Don't go.
Welcome back, everyone. If you've been following us, you're already familiar with some great slang. But guess what? We're not done yet.
No way. There are so many slang words in English, and today, we're bringing you 7 more that you'll hear all the time.
That's right. And remember, slang helps you sound more natural and confident when speaking English. So let's jump right in.
Okay, first up. Savage. If someone is in savage, it means they are bold, fearless, or say things in a really direct way.
Yes, it's often used in a funny way. Like, if your friend makes a joke that's a little mean but also really clever, you can say, "Wow, that was savage."
Or if someone isn't afraid to speak their mind, you can say, "And she's so savage, she doesn't care what people think."
All right, next word. Hyped. If you're hyped, it means you're excited or really looking forward to something.
Yes, like, "I'm so hyped for the concert this weekend." That means, "I'm super excited."
Or if someone drinks too much coffee, you can say, "Whoa, you're so hyped right now."
Oh, I love this one. Slay means to do something really well, or to look amazing.
Yes. For example, if someone looks great, you can say, "Wow, you slay that outfit."
Or if someone gives an incredible presentation, you can say, "You totally slayed it."
Ooh, this is a fun one. GOAT stands for greatest of all time. It's used for someone who is the best at something.
Yes. People say this a lot when talking about sports or music. Like, Michael Jordan is the GOAT of basketball.
Or, Beyoncé is the GOAT of pop music.
Next up. Dope. This means really cool, amazing, or awesome.
Yes, like, that movie was so dope. Or, wow, your shoes are dope.
It's a great way to describe things that impress you.
Okay, this one is fun. Flex means to show off, especially something expensive or impressive.
Yes, like if someone buys a brand new car and keeps posting pictures of it, you can say, "Okay, we get it, you're flexing."
Exactly. Or if someone is wearing designer clothes, you can say, "Nice flex."
And last but not least, ghost. If you ghost on someone, it means you stop talking to them and disappear without saying anything.
Yes. Like, if someone texts their crush and never gets a reply, they can say, I think they ghosted me."
Or if a friend suddenly stops answering your messages, you can say, "Why did you ghost me?"
Okay, let's do a quick recap of the slang words we just learned. Savage means bold, fearless, or brutally honest. That joke was savage. Hyped means super excited. "I'm hyped for the game." Slay means to do something really well. "She slayed that performance." GOAT means greatest of all time. Messi is the GOAT of football. Dope means really cool or awesome. That song is dope. Flex means to show off. Stop flexing your new phone. Ghost means to ignore someone and disappear. He ghosted me after one date. Wow, I love these words. These are all super common, so if you use them, you'll sound really natural when speaking English.
Yes. But remember, slang is fun, but not always appropriate in every situation. And that's exactly what we're talking about in next part, when to use slang and when not to use it.
All right, welcome back, everyone. So far, we've learned a lot of slang words, and they're super fun to use. But now, let's talk about something really important. When should you use slang, and when should you avoid it?
Yes. Slang is great, but it's not for every situation. Imagine walking into a job interview and saying, "Hey, what's up? This office has a dope vibe."
Haha, yeah, that might not go well. The interviewer might think you're not serious about the job.
Exactly. So, let's break it down. When is slang a good idea?
Slang is perfect for casual conversations with friends, family, or people your age. If you're hanging out with friends, you can say things like, "I'm so hyped for the weekend. That movie was dope. Let's chill at my place."
Yes. And slang is also great for text messages and social media. People use slang all the time online. For example, "Oh my god, that's savage." "No worries, bro. She totally slayed that performance."
And let's not forget movies, TV shows, and music. If you want to understand native speakers, knowing slang is really useful. You'll hear slang in almost every movie or song.
Exactly. So, slang is great for casual, friendly situations. But now, let's talk about when you should not use slang.
All right, let's be clear. Slang is not a good idea in formal situations. If you're in a job interview, a business meeting, or talking to your boss, slang can sound unprofessional.
Instead of, Tyo, this company is so cool. Say, I really like this company's work environment.
Instead of, no worries, dude. Say, that's not a problem at all.
Yes. And what about school or academic situations? If you're writing an essay or giving a presentation, it's better to use formal English.
Instead of, Shakespeare was the goat of literature. Say, Shakespeare was one of the greatest writers in history.
Instead of, that book was kind of boring. Say, that book was not very engaging.
Exactly. And another place where you should be careful with slang is when talking to people you don't know very well.
Right. If you just met someone or if you're talking to someone older, using too much slang might sound strange or even rude.
Yes. Imagine meeting your professor and saying, "Hey, what's up, bro? This class has a chill vibe."
Yeah, maybe not the best idea. Instead, you can just say, "Good morning, professor. I really like this class."
Use slang when talking to friends, texting, or on social media. Don't use slang in job interviews, formal writing, or when talking to your boss or professor. If you're not sure if slang is okay, just listen first and see how other people talk. And just like that, we've reached the final part of today's episode.
Wow, time really flies when you're having fun. Now, let's do a quick recap of everything we learned today, including all the slang words we introduced, their meanings and examples.
Vibe. The mood or feeling of a place or situation. Example. This cafe has a really cool vibe.
Lit. Something amazing, exciting, or fun. Example. That party was lit.
Slay. To do something really well, especially in fashion or performance. Example. She slayed that dance performance.
Dope. Very cool or awesome. Example. That new song is dope.
Hyped. Super excited about something. Example. I'm so hyped for the concert tonight.
Cool. Good. Nice. Stylish. Example. That jacket is so cool.
Crush. Liking someone romantically. Example. I have a crush on Jake.
Goat. Greatest of all time. Example. Messi is the goat of football.
Savage. Someone who says or does something brutally honest or bold. Example. That comeback was savage.
Chill out. Relax. Don't stress. Example. Chill out. It's just a game.
Flex. To show off. Example. Stop flexing your new phone.
Bummer. A situation that is disappointing. Example. Oh no, that's a bummer.
Ghost someone. To suddenly stop talking to someone without explanation. Example. I texted him, but he ghosted me.
Hang out. To spend time with friends. Example. Let's hang out this weekend.
We also learned that slang is great for casual situations like texting, talking to friends, and social media.
But we should avoid slang in formal situations like job interviews, business meetings, or academic writing. So, what's the best way to remember these slang words? Practice, listen, and use them little by little.
Yes, try to use one or two of these words today. Maybe text a friend and say, "Let's hang out," or "That new movie was lit."
And remember, listening is key. Watch movies, listen to music, follow native speakers, and of course, listen to this podcast.
All right, that's a wrap. We hope you had fun and learned something new today.
Yes, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to our podcast so you never miss an episode.
And please give us a like and share this episode with your friends who are learning English.
And remember, you can listen to us every day to improve your English in a fun and natural way.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today.
We'll see you next time on Learn English with Podcast.
Bye, everyone.
Take care and keep learning.